Hello, my lovely audience. You all are welcome to this lovely channel, Astropanesia, where we discuss about astrology, palmistry, and spirituality. And today we are going to discuss about this new moon which has just come into the sign of Sagittarius and the Nakshatra of Moola. Right now, this full moon, new moon into the sign of Sagittarius tells about connecting with your duties. It tells about connecting with your roots. The Moola is a nakshatra which is ruled by Ketu, that is the south node. It denotes connecting with your roots. It tells about your own journey of life, understanding the purpose of life. Although the nakshatra of Moola is very destructive, right? So in mundane astrology overall around the world, we will experience lot of destruction, lot of anxious energy for this moon cycle, right, altogether. And let's hope for the best, right? And this Moola Nakshatra will make you focus on your base chakra, that is the root chakra. This is a time to connect with your real self. This is a time when you have to leave the things of the past behind, because people will be encountering a lot of emotional tightness, or you would say that things of the past coming in their mind altogether, right? And this is a time when you will have certain revelations or secrets of your partner or people around you might come, right? And this Christmas and this new year is very important, right? Because this is a time when we have to manifest the things in the right direction. This is a time when we have to maintain our positivity, right? And moon into the nakshatra of Moola, which is ruled by Ketu, typically tells us to connect with our roots, to connect with our base energy. And this Moola Nakshatra moon has different, things for all the different signs, starting from the fire sign people till the water sign, from the sign of Aries till the sign of Pisces. It means differently for each one of the signs, right? Moola is the nakshatra ruled by goddess Nriti, right, which is the goddess of destruction, a new energy coming out after the destruction, right? So it is going to be a very tough start of the year, right? And thank you. And it's going to be a very tough start of the year. And Moola wants us to connect within ourselves, to connect with ourselves, our soul, our mind. And also Ketu is a nakshatra which is driven by, Ketu is a planet which is driven by faith. And having faith in your journey, right? That is what it is important in this time period. And yes, there is always a sense of free will, right? And that comes when you are totally dedicated or engaged in your own journey, right? And now let's start with each one of the signs, starting from the sign of your fire sign people till the sign of water sign people, and the Aries sign to the Pisces sign, right? So starting for the sign of what fire sign people. For the fire sign people, this is a time when you have to start working upon yourself. This is a time when you will feel a lot of pressure and anxiety at times. And in this pressure situation, there is a lot of opportunity. Now, what are the fire signs? The sign of Leo, the sign of Aries, and the sign of your Sagittarius, right? And this is a time when you will have confusions related to all the different opportunities, whether it is your profession, love life, and your success journey, right? So it is more of a time when you have to work upon yourself, when you have to calm down your mind, and you have to manifest opportunities, and you have to manifest growth in your talent. The best way to do is to focus on your base energy, your kundalini energy. Namaste Radhika, right? To focus on your base energy, the kundalini energy. And secondly, because of the aspect of Rahu, there will be lot of confusions, there will be lot of disturbances, and anxieties coming in the mind, overthinking coming in the mind. So it is important that you are practicing deep breathing in this time period, right? You might not share the same kind of opinions with your loved ones, with your close ones. That is okay, right? But you have to respect people around you. It is a strong time when you have to put in hard work related to your work, related to your profession. So best of luck to my lovely fire sign people. And next we are going to talk about the earth sign people. And those of you who are new to my channel, please share this video with your loved ones, with your dear ones, so that they can watch this free live readings, right? So for the earth sign people, this is a time when you have to allow the changes coming in your life, because this new moon is going to directly influence your 4th house, 8th house and 12th house. This new moon is transformative. This new moon will make you leave your old bad habits. This new moon will make you focus on different kind of things, right, which you never thought they are important, right? And some secretive revelations about people around you will come to you in this time period. Now, what are the earth signs? The sign of Taurus, the sign of your Virgo, and the sign of your Capricorn, right? For all these three signs, it is a time to focus more on your home, on your house or land. I see a lot of changes and transition related to the movement, right? Some of you might be moving to a newer place for a better future, and you might experience 1 month of disturbance while moving into the new place. But overall, the new place or new venture or something new related to real estate or even the changes in your house will be beneficial to you, right? And secondly, since the Mercury, Venus have come along it, right? So manage your expenses well. Do not be too much revealing about your finances, about your money to others, right? And people around you can be very deceptive in this time period. Yes, I'm talking about the earth sign people. Your hard work, your efforts will put you in the right direction even in this time period. And make sure that you are not losing your focus in this time period, my lovely earth sign people I am talking about, right? And another thing is that for the earth sign, you have to specifically work upon your health. You have to do the manifestations or prayers related to your health. Your health, your gut health might feel very tight or disturbed in this time period. So you have to, focus more on your health. Do your prayers and meditations related to protection and evil eye. I have already given the remedies related to evil eye. You can go to that post and do the remedies in this time period, right? So best of luck to my lovely earth sign people. And yes, you may experience a lot of disturbance in your sleep, right? Because of some kind of family issues or issues related to finances, right? So simply chanting the name of Goddess Kali will get you rid of all these things. Now next we are going to talk about the air sign people. What are the air signs? The sign of Gemini, right? The sign of Libra and the sign of your Aquarius, the most humanitarian sign, right? For all these people, this is a time when you have to keep working upon your relationship. This is a time when you have to balance the things out. This is a time when you are, in a lot of confusions, related to people around you. And yes, though you will receive a lot of help, lot of support in this time period from all the different ends, but it is important to direction your energy in this time period. For the ones working into media, social media and public sales profession or any kind of managemental things, it is a good time for you, right? And even the ones relating to this sign, air sign people who are into some kind of finance or something, it is a good time to look for a new or a different opportunity, right? And that will help you to grow in your profession, right? And make sure, because Mercury, Sun, Venus, they all are creating, and the aspect of Rahu on it is creating multiple options, right? But you have to look for the best ones. You have to look for the best opportunity, right? And you have to be slow. You have to be patient to fruitify your things in this time period. My lovely, lovely air sign people I am talking about, right? And this is a time when you do not have to pick up on small things in your relationship. Do not start arguments, aggression, or unwanted discussion picking upon the small things, right? Avoid such rude communication with your loved ones, right? So God bless you, my lovely air sign people. Now next we're going to talk about the water sign people. Now what are the water signs? The sign of Cancer, the most humanitarian loving sign. The sign of Scorpio, good researcher. The sign of Pisces, again a very empathetic, loving, liberative sign, right? For the water sign people, this is a time when you have to, put your energy into serving others. This is a time when you have to put your energy into bringing upon certain changes in your understanding and priorities related to your profession, related to your work, right? You might feel a lot of pressure at your workplace in this time period, which you have to take it with a sense of ease in this time period, right? And when it comes to your family or your value understanding, this is a time when new value system understanding will come to you, right? And you have to understand it, that this is more of a time, the more you will stay calm, the more you will stay easy in your meditative state, the better it is for you people, right? For the ones working into the service industry, for the ones working into helping others, supporting others, this is a good time that you are gonna grow in this time period. You will find new opportunities in this time period. Thank you so much, and it is according to your moon sign and your rising sign. And remember, my lovely audience, this is Vedic astrology, the sidereal astrology. And secondly, Jupiter is providing you with immense knowledge. Jupiter is providing you with good understanding about your things, and knowledge will be your base to grow, right? Your spirituality will be the base for you to grow in this time period. So focus more on your spiritual aspect, focus more on your higher understanding of things, right? As I've already talked about it, that the nakshatra of Moola is generally a destructive nakshatra. So overall, the time period around the world will be very disturbing, anxious, and lot of anxious energy will be there. And on top of it, Mercury will get retrograde on 29th, right? So there will be a lot of overloading of information which might disturb people around the world, right? And yes, for the water sign people, this is more of a time when you have to find newer opportunities related to your profession, related to your work, when you have to do manifestations related to the growth of your finances. And the best way to do is by serving others, by helping others, by supporting others. And the ones working into the pharma industry, the ones working into the medical profession, the ones working into the field of sciences, or even the IT field, for the water sign people, they are gonna grow in this time period. So best of luck to all my lovely water sign people. Now, my lovely audience, I'll be taking up each one of the signs, right? So starting from the sign of Aries to the sign of Pisces, and I'll be giving you all the tips, all the remedies. So stick around with me and share this video with your loved ones, right? So for the sign of Aries, the fire sign of Aries, this is a time when you have to trust yourself. This is a time when you have to trust your journey. This is a time when you will be getting opportunities, but with the baggage of troubles and hurdles, right? So it is a time to trust yourself. It is a time to look for opportunities. It is a time when you have to be at your meditative state, at your focused state. And yes, you have been into the cycle of overthinking. And this is more of a time when you have to do your meditations. This is more of a time when you have to align yourself towards the path of growth, because all the cluster of planets has come into your ninth house, and the lord of it, Jupiter, is sitting in the 12th house. So opportunity might come from different places, right? Unexpected people, and especially for the ones working into the education sector, counseling business, healing business, or any kind of teaching, you are gonna grow in this time period, right? And this is a good time to do all the research and due diligence for everyone, right? For all the signs, it is a good time to do all the research and due diligence. And especially your hard work will bear fruits for you. Yes, you have been putting in a lot of hard work the way Saturn has been placing, but it will put your career onto the right path. And simply praying to Lord Shiva will help you grow in this time period. And yes, also praying or lighting up a white candle in the name of your female ancestors of your house, right? So light that candle during the night time. That will act as a a form of cleansing, karmic cleansing for you people, right? And yes, there have been differences with your partner, and take it very lightly, take it very easily, with a sense of smile and easiness, right? God bless you, my lovely sign of Aries. Now we are going to talk about the sign of Taurus, right? These people with Taurus rising sign and moon sign, they have been experiencing a lot of intense energy. They have been experiencing a lot of aggression, unwanted restlessness, right? And you have to make sure any direction, Priya, any direction. And you have to make sure, normally south is the direction for the Pitrus, right? So you have to make sure that in this time period, you are staying calm, you are staying relaxed. And this new moon will agitate you, will make you feel restless, right? And it is a very transitionary time for you. It's a very transformatory time for you. Saturn is giving you a lovely effect, placing in the ninth house, and your hard work will definitely bear fruits, and you will receive recognition in this time period. You might feel tired or disturbed from last 2 days, or very anxious, whether it is your relationship, and it has been overcrowding in the mind mostly, right, for you people. So you have to take things one by one, step by step. And yes, there will be certain revelations when it comes about the people around you, right? And you have to take it with a sense of ease in this time period. Moon, Venus, Sun, and all the planets placing in the 8th house. So a lot of changes coming in your love life, a lot of changes coming in your business style, a lot of changes coming in your overall success. And you have to keep your mind very positive, whether it is your family life or anything. You have to keep a positive temperament into everything, right? And you will have gains from unexpected sources, the ones you trust. You may believe that, okay, that this is from the side where I will have all the benefits, right? But no, you will get the benefits from some different, surprising places, right? And without the destruction of the old self, you cannot become renewed, you cannot become new. And there has been a lot of disturbance in your sleep, and a lot of flooding of thoughts during the night time. So simply chanting the mantra of Om Bham, Bhum, Bham, Om, during the night time 21 times will clear your mind in this time period. Yes, you heard it right. It will clear your mind in this time period, right? So do this mantra for next this whole moon cycle, right? It will help you to release your anxiety, your mental tightness, and will free you from the stress. And keep laughing, right? So God bless you, the lovely sign of Taurus. Next we are going to discuss about the sign of Gemini, right? For the rising sign of Gemini and the moon sign of Gemini, this is a time when you are confused in your relationship. This is a time when you might have lot of different opportunities when it comes to profession, personal life, or miscommunication at times, right? But I would say that you have to focus on one thing at a time. This is more important, right? Because the lord of this planet is placing in the 7th house. So you will act as a very good advisor to others. You will act as a very good friend to others. You will act as a very good counselor to others, right? And that will lead you on the path of growth. This is a time when you will be very open to the public, or you will be going for the outings, meetings with everyone. Make sure that you are keeping your gut health or the stomach health in check, right? And since moon and sun, Venus, they all are together, it will keep you very emotional in this time period, whether it is your relationship, romantic energy, family life. It will keep you emotional, right? And since the moon has been troubled for last few days, all of us have felt that kind of anxiety, right? And specifically for you, you have to be at a good communication with your partner, with your loved ones, and you have to enjoy the nurturing of relationship in this time period. And yes, for the ones working as advisors, counselors, lawyers, it is a good time for you, right? And even the ones working into banking, especially the mortgage industry or any kind of insurance industry, this is a good time for you, right? You will get new and better opportunities because the depositor of the 4th house. And yes, even for the ones working into real estate sector, it is a time to do your pitchings, right? Or especially for I'm talking about the sign of Gemini. So best of luck to the rising sign, moon sign of Gemini, right? And a simple remedy for your profession can be keeping a piece of turmeric while going to the office, piece of a dried turmeric while going to the office. So best of luck to you people. Now next we are going to discuss about the sign of Cancer, one of the most humanitarian loving sign. For the sign of Cancer, this is a time when you have to engage your mind into serving others. For the ones working into the service industry, whether it is hospitality, whether it is pharma, whether it is your IT professional, it is a good time for you, right? Although you might feel mentally exhausted for today and even for yesterday and the coming day too, right? For 2-3 days, right? Later on, you will be at your full energy, right? And this is a time when you have to relax and set yourself at ease. Since Jupiter is beautifully placing in your 9th house, your knowledge will be the main role player in everything what you do, right? And you are bound to get new and better opportunities in this time period. Saturn placing in the 7th house is making you feel as if you need stability in your relationship, right? And you are looking for stable and long-term things, right? And Jupiter is the planet which will provide you with longevity. Keep your fingers crossed. So there might be some new opportunity coming after the 29th of December, right? So keep your fingers crossed. And secondly, make yourself engage into a relaxing mode, into an easy mode, and just go with the flow in this time period. And the Cancer rising has been feeling lot of disturbance in their family life, right? They're not able to connect with their loved ones, with their family members, or they are more feeling the load, the tightness in their chest, some kind of heaviness, right? If you are feeling it this way, it is important for you to pray to Goddess Kali, right? Simply chanting the mantra of Goddess Kali, any form of mantra, right? And taking the name of Goddess Kali 21 times will relieve you of your anxiety and tightness. And remember, it is a good time to gain your knowledge, to grow, and to be at your conscious self, because your Jupiter is very well placing. So definitely money, opportunities, and growth will come to you, right? And some of you are bound to take certain leadership roles in this time period. So best of luck to the sign of Cancer. Now next we are going to talk about the sign of Leo, one of the most helping, or I would say friendship oriented sign. They are very committing with their words, with their friendships, right? So for the sign of Leo, this is a time when you need to upgrade your knowledge. This is a time when you need to push yourself. This is a time when you have to exhibit your large heartedness. This is a time when you have to show your grandness and your courage in this time period. And yes, you might experience certain changes and disturbances in your love life, but that is a part of your journey. And you have to take care of your health. Some of you might they might have been experiencing weight related issues from past 2-3 months, right? So you have to avoid too much consumption of processed foods or too much of fats in your dietary parts. And the important thing is that try avoiding consuming too much of meat in this time period. And yes, with this new moon, this is a time when you have to harness your energy towards your talents. This is a time when you have to harness your energy towards being romantic. This is a time when you have to harness your energy towards your heart chakra, right? Simply chanting the mantra of Om Yam Om will bring in a lot of clarity in your heart, in your mind, and even in your heart and your mind. Definitely people working into the real estate sector, people working into any kind of commission agenting profession, this is a good time for you, right? Although you might be experiencing certain wobbling, but yes, this Mars retrograde has lot of directional strength for you. So yes, you are bound to grow in this time period. Hold on to your seat belts, have the courage to go through the trouble, and you will be victorious in this time period. But yes, take care of your health, right? You have to take care of your health in this time period. So best of luck to my lovely Leo sign people. Now next we are going to talk about the sign of Virgo, the earthly, pure, pious sign of Virgo. For the Virgo sign people, this is a time when you have to sit back and relax at your home. This is a time when you will be too much focusing on your family life. This is a time when you will feel gripped at times by worries, right? But that is something very temporary, right? For the ones working as architects, construction workers, doing in interiors, or even the ones working at grocery stores or running any kind of outlets related to groceries, daily items, even the fashion industry, any kind of clothing or such kind of things, it is a good time for you to bring in certain changes at your workplace, right? For the growth, right? And the way the Rahu is aspecting this fourth house, combinations, you have to avoid arguments at your home with your family members, right? And you have to sit back and relax. Some of you might have this strong urge to change their house or to shift their place or to do the interiors of the house. This is the right time to initiate all these things, right? And definitely the Rahu, the way it is placing, is giving a lot of mysterious energy to the people around you, to the even the partner and the people around you. So you have to be patient with the people around you. You have to be easy with the people around you. And some of you might even feel a lot of congestion and tightness in their chest region. If you are feeling so, then you have to go for deep breathing and you have to consume more soups and lighter foods in your diet, right? So best of luck to the earth sign of Virgo. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Libra, right? For the air sign of Libra, this is a time when you have to engage yourself into meditation, right? When you have to engage yourself into trusting your intuition. And secondly, you have to set your focus apart from the world around you, right? Because I see it this way, that your focus is too much on the world around, what it is going around everywhere. You have to start focusing on yourself, your ability to communicate, your ability to write, to do journaling, writing, creative activities will be great in this time period, right? Because Sun, Mercury, Moon has come together, right? Yes, it is according to the rising sign and the moon sign, both of it, right? So whatever resonates the best with you, go with it, right? And for this placement of moon in the third house, it is more important not to take the words of the others to your heart, rather taking it very easily, right? And you will see that in this time period, people are, there will be a lot of different people. Some will be very supportive to you, helpful to you. Others will make you feel disturbed with your emotions. And yes, there has been a lot of intense energy when it comes to your relationship, your partnership, which has been disturbing you for long, right? And you have to avoid that kind of confusion. Mars placing in the 8th house is giving you a lot of aggression in this time period, and even aggression to your partner. So avoid getting into any kind of arguments with your partner or people around you. And plan your things in this time period. It is a time to plan down your things, right? And K2 is telling you to connect with your intuition, to stick with your intuition, to trust your intuition. Because new moon is in the sign of sign of Sagittarius and Nakshatra of Moola, which is ruled by the Ketu. And Ketu is placing in the rising house, in the ascendant, in the Lagna, right? So you have to trust your intuition in this time period, right? So best of luck to the air sign of Libra, right? Next we are going to talk about the sign of Scorpio. For the sign of Scorpio, no, it is for the rising chart and the moon chart, not Namansha, right? So for the sign of Scorpio, this is a time when you have to pray for your finances, when you have to understand your value system. This is a time when you have to look forward towards your journey of life. And worrying about money, worrying about things around you will not help you, my lovely audience, right? Engage. You have to chant, positive utterances. You have to go for positive affirmations related to all the things in your life, right? And this is a good time to grow your knowledge. This is a good time to learn new skill set, because the Jupiter is beautifully placing in your 5th house. So for the women who are wishing to have a baby, or a progeny in this time period, simply adding some turmeric to your bathing water will help you get rid of your afflictions. And even the ones who wish to focus on their studies or who wish to grow their knowledge base and grow their talents, this is the way you have to do it. You can add some turmeric in your bathing water, which will cleanse you of your afflictions, or you can apply the turmeric on your heart chakra, turmeric powder, right? And the way the second house is, avoid getting into any kind of argument for next 1 or 2 days with the people around you, right? And you have to go for positive words, positive manifestations in this time period. And especially these positive manifestations will help you to grow your finances, right? And the Lord of it, Ketu, is placing in the 12th house. Your dreams and your intuition, right, will play a very important role in this time period. And yes, even during this new moon cycle, from last 3-4 days, 2-3 days, people might have lot of weird dreams, lot of dreams filled with anxiety altogether, right? If you have been experiencing it this way, again, add some turmeric to your bathing water. This will help you to get rid of all that negativity, right? And for you people, this is more of a time when you have to positively connect with your loved ones, with your family, and with your close ones, right? And since Saturn is making you quite cold with your family members, you have not been gelling up well with your family members, right? It is more of a time when you have to try connecting with them, So best of luck to the sign of Scorpio, right? Now next we are going to talk about the most influenced sign, the most affected sign in this new moon cycle, right? The sign of your Sagittarius. For the sign of Sagittarius, this is a time when you have to align your energy into the right direction. This is a time when you have to allow all the changes coming in your life, right? This is a time when you have to work upon your personality. You might feel emotionally overwhelmed in this time period, but I tell you, this whole moon cycle will set you on the path of growth, right? If you are able to overcome your fears and phobias, if you are able to overcome your anxiety, this moon cycle will let you on the path of growth, right? And you have to trust your intuition. You have to trust your inner mind. You have to trust your soul in this time period, right? If you are experiencing immense confusions, add some sandalwood paste or apply some sandalwood paste on your face, on your body while taking a bath, right? You can even add milk, right? Cow milk, buffalo milk, vegan milk, right? For the vegans, you can add almond milk to your bathing water. And your heart has been feeling too much overloaded, worried because of different things in life, right? Because the way the Rahu is placing. And I suggest you to leave everything behind, to just surrender, right, in this time period, and surrender it to your soul, to your journey, and trust your destiny in this time period, right? And allow all the changes coming in your life in this time period. Yes, you have not been focused in this time since the time the Rahu has transited your 5th house. You have not been staying focused. And if this is the case, light a candle and focus on its flame, right? For 1 or 2 minutes, right? For all these questions, you can look at my previous post, Puja, right? So light a candle and focus on its flame, right? And that flame gazing activity will cleanse your mind, your emotions, and will set you on the path of growth, right? And you people are too much focus on bringing abundance at your home. And yes, financially you will grow in this time period, right? The way the placements are, and you will have good results. And even in your friendship, you are not staying too much public, right? So avoid being too much public, and you are just looking for right kind of people, right kind of friends around you. And yes, people will come to you in this time period, the way the Mercury is placing in the first house, right? And you have to pick and choose the right ones, right? So God bless you, my lovely sign of Sagittarius. Now next we are going to discuss about the sign of Capricorn. Right? For the sign of Capricorn, this is a time when you have been putting in all the hard work, you have been putting in all the efforts, right? Pooja, I am taking live readings. I will not entertain these questions. So this is a time when you have been putting in all the hard work, when you have been putting in all the efforts, and those efforts are because that you have been staying focused all the way. So there is no fear into anything, right? But with your money, you have been overly generous to the people around you. With your help, you have been overly generous to the people around you, right? And you have to help the right kind of people in this time period, right? And especially your sleep has been very disturbed, the way the 12th house has been, and you have been feeling a lot of unwanted isolation, right? In spite of being with everyone, you might feel that it is that you are totally isolated, right? Yes, big word, shush yoga, right? But the thing is that this Saturn is in the nakshatra ruled by Dhanishta. So people with the sign of Capricorn are running after the materialistic needs, right? And it is important to direction your energy. It is important to rest this new moon, right? It is important to take some rest this new moon and go out for traveling, right? People working in the overseas sector, outsourcing their work, or traveling, working near the water body, they will grow in this time period. And it is more of a time when you have to go for recreational things, when you have to go for recreational activities, right? And engage your energy into recreational activities in this time period. And yes, you will continue to put your hard work, and especially from the month of this thing, especially from the month of January, later January, your hard work will bear more fruits, and you will start to create more assets, more permanent things in your life, right? And keep a check if you are having any kind of disturbance in your secretion of your glands. Keep a check on your thyroid, right? Because that might get disturbed for some of the people, right? And take proper rest. It is a time for healing. It is a time for resting. This is a time for dreaming, right? Leave your plans behind and rest for next 2 days, this weekend, or go out for traveling, leisure time, right? So God bless you, my Capricorn rising sign. Now next we are going to talk about the sign of Aquarius, right? For the rising sign, moon sign of Aquarius, this is a time when you people will be working on your friend circle. This is a time when you are worried about creating more than one thing, right? And you have to take each thing one by one. And yes, this time will help you to grow. This time will help you to grow in the right direction. And do not take the opinions of the others very seriously in this time period. When it comes to your family life, you have been staying very restless, right? I tell you, you have been staying very, anxious in your family life, and you have been feeling all that restlessness in this time period. So avoid staying restless in this time. Secondly, the way the Jupiter is placing for you, you might be driven towards speaking lot of truth or being very straightforward about your things, and that might land you in some or the other kind of trouble. So avoid being too straightforward. Avoid being too on the face in this time period. And specifically for the Aquarius rising sign and the moon sign, South Node is placing very well for you. That is the Ketu. So focus your energy onto the root chakra, onto the base chakra, which will help you to get rid of your anxiety and restlessness. Simply chanting the mantra of Om Lam, L-U-M, Lam, Om. Om Lam, Om. Om Lam, Om. Right? And yes, multiple opportunities are coming your way. Right? People are gonna support you, they're gonna help you, right? But they can also have a loose tongue towards you in this time period. So avoid getting into any kind of arguments or unwanted foolish talks, right? So simply chanting the mantra of Om Lam Om for 5 minutes, right, for next 1 week will set your mind on the path of ease. And you can also consume ashwagandha, right? For those of you who are feeling very restless, you can consume ashwagandha after your food, after your diet in small quantity, right? It shouldn't be that you are eating, in large quantities, in small quantities. You can consume ashwagandha, right? So God bless you, my lovely, lovely sign of Aquarius. Now next we are going to talk about the last sign, the humanitarian sign of Pisces, right? Because this new moon, my lovely audience, is very intense. It's filled with a lot of emotional overwhelmingness, lot of anxiety. People will feel disturbed about their past and how things have gone wrong, right? And now coming back to the topic about the sign of Pisces. For the Pisces rising sign and the moon sign, this is a time when you have to focus your energy on abundance. Most welcome, Aparna. When you have to focus your energy on spirituality, when you have to focus your energy on aligning yourself in right direction, right? Your house of profession is very active in this time period, specifically doing manifestations related to your opportunities, related to your profession, related to the growth in your profession, right? And you might feel that there is some kind of disturbance coming into the professional life, but that disturbance will lead you on the path of growth, right? Because there is no, there is no, success without struggles. There is no happiness without suffering, right? So this is a time when you might feel anxious and bit suffered in your journey. So you have to align your energy into the right direction. This live session will be saved, so you can watch the video again, and please do share this video with your loved ones, right? So I'll be saving this video, don't worry, right? And you are focusing more on permanent things. You're focusing more on permanent solutions, whether it is your relationship, whether it is your family life, whether it is your profession, right? You're not into any kind of short-term things. And you have been worried too much about money, about, money accumulation, right? That will not help you, right? It is that you have to grow your talents in this time. You have to learn new things. You have to focus more on being an abundance magnet, right? And that can only happen through pure knowledge. That can only happen through a pure heart in this time period, the way the Jupiter is placing in its own sign of Pisces, right? Jupiter is making you aware about all the things around you, is making you aware about the problems, and is giving you all the solutions. But you, my dear, most of you are looking in the wrong direction, and I would suggest you to stay focused on all your things. Simply chanting the mantra of Jupiter, Om Gram Greem Grom Saha Guruvaya Namaha, will help you to get rid of your anxieties and will make you feel, all in your optimistic spirit. And yes, this new moon is bringing in loads of opportunities related to your profession. It will help you to grow your profession in this time period, right? Whether you are into the field or in any creative field, in any kind of business, any kind of transportation business, any kind of job, this is a good time for you, right? To find your real direction, find your right direction. So do the simply chanting the mantra of Lord Jupiter will help you to find the right direction, because all these planets are placing in the sign of Jupiter, and Jupiter is in your rising house, is in your first house, the Pisces rising and moon sign people, right? So it will bring more and more clarity to you people, right? So that is it for this new moon reading. This new moon is all about is all about connecting with your roots, because it is in the nakshatra of Ketu, is all about spirituality, is all about being honest, clear and kind-hearted. And yes, the nakshatra of the Nriti, the nakshatra of Moola, which talks about the roots, is a destructive nakshatra. But all new things can only come up after the destruction of the old self. And around the world, the month of January and this ending of New Year will be bit tough, right? Or destructive, I would say, right? So let's pray for everyone, that everyone is happy, healthy and stay blessed, right? And do share my video with everyone around you, with your loved ones. And you are most welcome to book a reading with me, to book a birth chart reading with me, right? So God bless you, my lovely audience. Have a lovely, lovely day. Bye-bye.